Anyhow, we back. I needed to sort some stuff out, what's going on. Anyways, Arsenal and Arteta interview. Here it is. Here we go. Let's talk about it. Genuinely, let's talk about what Arteta has said in the interview about potential transfer plans, potential transfer targets, and all that stuff. Basically, what Arteta said on transfer plans. It's a very different summer. Everything is a bit slower. To be honest, no, it ain't. It isn't that slow. It's only slow for Arsenal. Let's get it straight. Because every team around Arsenal are signing players left, right, and center. Villa, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest, and everyone is signing players left, right, and center. They're selling players left, right, and center. Man City have signed as well a player there, but they have sold quite a few players, and they're looking to sign a few more. And Spurs are in the market doing things. Arsenal is the only team that has done nothing. Legitimately, Arsenal is the only team that has done nothing. And if he says everything is a bit slower, no, it's not. It's slow for Arsenal because you are not doing anything at the moment. It's just PR. Just generally, Arteta is so PR trained that he can weasel his way out of responsibility for him and Edu. Because everything's a bit slower, it's just because of Arsenal. It's only for Arsenal. It's for nobody else. The market and the new rules in place have made clubs more aware it's a bit more delicate to do business. How is it delicate? We are in a new quarter, everything has been reset, Arsenal can easily do business now. Every single team is doing business. Aston Villa had PSR issues, Everton had PSR issues, Chelsea had PSR issues. Quite a bit of clubs had the PSR issues and they squared it before July. 1st of July, and now they're doing business in July properly. While Arsenal again are sitting there, scratching their head, twiddling their thumbs, and Edu still cooking his meat, on barbecue and riding jet skis all over the place, going to Taylor Swift concerts, meta galas, and all that crap. While we are trying to sign a Calafiori for 2 weeks, trying to haggle over £2.50. Like, it's not that delicate to do business. It's just Arsenal, it feels like, again, just like almost every summer, they don't know how to do business. They barely can sell the deadwood they have, but it's, wow, we re-signed to protect their value. We are signing young players everyone wants. But when we try to sell, nobody gives a crap about them. Nobody tries to sign them, nobody puts a bids in them, and we have to force them out on loan with an option or obligation to buy just in case. Just in case something happens or we get lucky. Genuinely, our transfer business policy and the way we do business, it's not like a big club. To be honest, League 2 teams are doing better business than we are at the moment. They know how to do these businesses better than we do. And we have to adapt to that. We still want to deliver and improve. If you want, go out and do it then. Go out and do it then. Where's the accountability? Genuinely. Where is the accountability for about 300 of those 650 million you have spent over 5 years that you have wasted in useless players? Where's the accountability for that? Why haven't you sold anyone properly yet? You knew since Raya came in that Ramsdale is not gonna play. Why he is still at the club? Why you didn't sell him last summer, for example, where there were about 3-4 teams that could have taken him? Now there's nobody that takes him because nobody needs him anymore. Why you didn't do that? Ramsdale at that time was at the peak of his price. Arsenal during this season showed that they don't give a crap about Ramsdale, they were not gonna play him, thus destroying his value by, I would arguably say, by about 40 to 45%. Because if we could have gotten about 50 million for him last summer, we are lucky if we get 30 to 35 million this summer. Arsenal have completely ruined Ramsdale for a business point of view for Arsenal specifically. Because Ramsdale is a number one keeper for, I would say, 85% of Premier League teams in many other teams. So Arsenal actually, they don't have to adapt. They need to destroy all the foundations they have on doing business. Basically, what I mean by that is go up in the board that is responsible for doing transfers, Garlics and Edu and all that stuff. Sack them all and getting proper people to manage finances, to manage deals, and to be sporting a director. Generally, get proper people in. Not wannabes, not someone you have emotional attachment to, Because Edu, to be honest, at this time while he's been the sporting director, has done nothing as signings go. Because only player you can give him actually credit for is Gabriel from Lille. Rest of them have been just, I don't know, YOLO signings. They winging it straight up, nothing more, nothing less. Partey wasn't a proper signing. It was last day of the transfer window. They paid the release clauses, and he had no choice to come because Arsenal didn't do the things properly. And that's about it. Edu hasn't done anything in any transfer window to convince me as an Arsenal fan that he is the right man for the job. He is the right man to sell players. He is the right man to sign players. He has done none of that. 95% of the time, when you see Edu's Instagram, when you see Edu somewhere, it's at some parties, galas, concerts, barbecues, relaxing vacations on jet skis, or something like that. Generally, you never see him actually doing business. Because if his Instagram was silent, you could make an argument that he's doing work. And he has no time to post on social media. He actually is doing something, especially if you see it online. Somewhere in some written pieces in journals, in publications and everything. But no, you just see him chilling. Gets gifts from Arsenal for 5 years. Then he just goes to Taylor Swift concert, goes to Met Gala, gets award for best sporting director. And so what was his competition? 6-year-olds from kindergarten, because they can do better business than he can. 100% a 6-year-old could sell a Sambi Lokonga for 20 million. 100%. Genuinely, they could loan him even out with obligation to buy for 15 million. Edu barely is scraping bottom of the barrel. The standards in this club are so low in certain instances that we are barely doing the bare minimum to keep them afloat. But then there are those Arteta sexuals and super mutants and all that defend the club and everything. Oh, be patient. Oh, we didn't have options in the market. And let's be real, if we don't sign a striker at the moment in this summer, we're gonna go till January, maybe February, and we will see what is what, and then there will be interviews with Arteta and everyone. They say, oh, we had issues at the front, maybe we were lacking goals at some instances, we couldn't score if we go on a scoring drought, we couldn't finish our chances. Why is that? Because we had that this season already. We had that this season and it cost us the league. Let's be real, it was in December, it was against Aston Villa in the second part of the season when we went 16 games unbeaten and then we lost one game, and that was that Villa game in Premier League. It was only that one. Because last season's excuse for signing Havertz, for midfield mind you, not for being a striker and actually getting things done, and not signing a striker doing things where, oh, we're spreading goals around. Left wing, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, everyone is scoring. This season we saw how that went. Saka had somewhat good GA. Odegaard towards the end part of the season pumped up his GA. Havertz hit a purple patch, goal scoring form, not actually good form, but just goal scoring form for a certain amount of time when he actually carried up his GA. At the same time, Martinelli on the left wing stunk out the place fully. Trossard came in towards the end part of the season and actually looked much better than Martinelli has ever looked last season. He was the answer. He was the one that was the most clinical finisher, the one that could carry the team, and that actually carried the team over the lines with his goals and clutch performances he actually did. Yet at the same time, he never got recognition for that. It's just embarrassing at this point, because we are trying to negotiate Calafiori for 2 weeks now. Still nothing is done. When it's gonna be done? Because we get promised every single day that's gonna be done tomorrow or day after tomorrow, by the end of the week, by the end of the month, and now we're in mid-July. We are 2 days away from pre-season training beginning. We are about a week away from flying to US. We are a month away from Premier League starting, and we have nothing, generally nothing new to show for the team. And it generally gives me the vibes of the season when we only sign per check. Remember that summer window when we only signed per check throughout the whole window? And you can generally just insert Arsene Wenger meme here at the moment when Welbeck came back to injury for during Timber and say, oh, it's like a new signing. And that's about it. Because that's what it's going to at the moment. Per check summer transfer window, plus Timber being like a new signing. And that's about it. It's genuinely pathetic, embarrassing, shambolic, and this hurts me. Genuinely hurts me. Because I'm not gonna stand anymore for this incompetence from our people. From EDU, who's getting about 2-3 million a year if I'm not mistaken, and what does he do even? Arteta potentially soon is signing a new contract. For what? What are you rewarding him for? For new haircut? Straight teeth? Whitened teeth? Or speaking good PR? That's the only things you can reward him for. Finishing second 2 times when you should have won the league at least once of those 2 times. For beating FA and Carabao Cup every single year in the 3rd or 4th round? Generally, what are you rewarding him for? He has won one cup / title out of 18 available throughout his tenure at Arsenal. So what is he getting rewarded for here? For what? Genuinely, for what? Arsene Wenger, with 100 times worse team that Arsenal have right now, managed to win FA Cups at least almost every other single season. We sacked Wenger, and then we just dropped out to the bottom pits of the earth. Arteta brought us back up where we were under Arsene Wenger, and here we are. The only thing is, Arteta has spent 600 plus million and has F all generally to show for it. Under Arsene Wenger, we had players on the bench that were useless, shocking, abysmal, needed to rip up his contract, needed to sack them, needed to sell them. At the moment, if you look at Arsenal's bench, again, players, subpar, not good enough, need to rip up the contract, need to sell them. So in that instance, nothing has changed. Under Arsene Wenger, Arsenal got consistent top 4. Under Mikel Arteta last 2 seasons, we got second. Okay, cool, we are back in top 4 basically. Because nobody cares pretty much if you finish 2nd, 3rd or 4th unless you win it. Because this sport isn't about, oh, who became the closest to Manchester City. This sport is about winning trophies. And we have nothing to show for it. And at the moment in the transfer window, we are moving like we will have never anything to show for it. And to be honest, I'm already Arteta out. I'm giving him this 1 season only because I know there's no chance in sacking him. But if you reward him with a new contract right now without actually proving that he can win something, this club is done and dusted. Genuinely. Because how can you reward something? How can you reward someone for something he's not doing? Because his job is to manage and coach the team and to win something, and he is winning nothing.